Heinzen. This is my audience for speech number 1. 31 years ago, a tiny baby girl was brought into this world by a woman who had been told by many doctors for several years that she could never have another child. On November 6, 1983, she finally received the miracle she had hoped and prayed for. She named this little girl Leah Danielle. I was born at Durham Regional Hospital in Durham, North Carolina, to two parents who were beyond thrilled to have their family finally completed. As I share with you more of my story about my past, present, and dreams for my future, it is my hope you will walk away with a better idea of who I am. I grew up as the baby of the house. I was told I was a great child. I was a great listener, soft-spoken and gentle, and even cleaned up after myself and my older brother. I loved playing with dolls, stuffed animals, and anything to do with dress-up. But I also loved being outside and getting dirty and playing with my best friend, a little retriever named Max. Throughout elementary school and the beginning of middle school, I was a straight-A student, an honor roll student, and I played volleyball and was active in our church's children and youth programs. I enjoyed school and loved being active and social. Then, towards the end of my 7th grade, my world began to fall apart. My dad announced to my brother and I that him and my parents, or him and my mom, were getting divorced, and he'd be moving out into his own apartment by the end of the week. I began to withdraw from activities I once loved so much. I was very confused and felt as if my security blanket had been yanked out from underneath me and tossed away. Going into high school, I had a difficult time adjusting and lost interest in my schoolwork and activities. After months of poor grades, skipping classes, and losing direction, I felt that I needed to drop out and get my GED. After completing my GED test, I immediately began working as a third-shift medical transcriptionist for Duke Hospital. I enjoyed my job and liked making my own money, but knew there was still something more for me. After a year of listening and transcribing ER doctors' dictations and learning about the medical field, I decided to quit my job, move to South Carolina to live with my cousin, and enroll in nursing school at USC. Once I moved to Columbia, I enrolled at Midlands Tech to take some pre-med classes so that I could save money and then transfer. After a few semesters, my life took quite a turn. That was definitely not part of a plan I had for myself. I met an Army recruiter who was in my history class, and after months of talking and working out together, I enlisted in the United States Army. I finished my summer semester and was soon shipped off to basic training. This was the most intense yet gratifying time of my life. 4 years of being in the Army took me to many neat places and some pretty scary ones too. I was able to see and do things I never thought I could even do. And I met lots of people and formed bonds that nobody else would know but us. I even met my husband when I was stationed in Washington State. After finishing my contract, I decided to move back to South Carolina, where I got married to the love of my life and we had a baby girl of our own. A couple years later, I decided to re-enroll at Midlands Tech and complete my nursing degree. After 3 long and stressful years, I finally graduated with my associates in nursing school, May of 2013. Today, a year and a half later, I'm now a registered nurse, a dream I wasn't sure would ever come true after those stressful years of school. I have a great full-time job at the outpatient surgical center that I love waking up and going to every day, and I get to work with a group of amazing women. I enrolled again at Midlands Tech now, completing the last couple of pre-req classes needed to transfer to USC and complete my bachelor's in nursing. I've been married now for over 8 years, and today my little girl is 7 and in 2nd grade. I am now 6 months pregnant and expecting a little boy who we named Joshua, and couldn't be more excited. Some things I love to do besides being with my family involves anything outside or in the mountains. Whether it's hiking, snowboarding, gardening, or just going for a walk on a nice day. I also love to cook and enjoy making meals for my family and friends. As far as my future goes, it's still a bit uncertain to me, and I know one day I will soon finish my bachelor's degree, and from there I'm not quite sure. I do know there are things I still want and hope to accomplish. I want to live on a large lot of land in the mountains of North Carolina, where I love to be. I would love to work at a hospital in an acute care setting such as the ICU, where I can learn and enhance my nursing skills. Maybe and then go on to fulfill my dream of being a flight nurse or a nurse anesthetist. I'm not sure if that's the plan God has for me, but I know what my faith in God, my determination, and the love and support from family and friends, it'll all work out for the good. And if what I have planned for myself doesn't work out, then that's okay too. In closing, I would like to share with you a bit of advice from an Army chaplain. He told me you've done it before and you can do it now. See the positive possibilities, redirect the significant energy of your frustration and turn it into positive, effective quote has stuck in my mind and replayed itself many times. From the little girl whose circumstances turned her world upside down and made her feel like she had no direction in life, to the young soldier who fought for our country, and now a wife, mom, college graduate, and nurse. Looking back at my life to where I am now, I would never thought it would have panned out this way. Through the struggles of my past, the challenges of my present,